Friends is one of the most beloved TV shows ever made. 10 seasons, 6 iconic characters, and a legacy that has introduced the show to brand new generations of fans decade after decade. But behind all the laughs, the coffee shop hangouts, and the will they won't they romance, something a lot darker was happening behind the scenes. And now Lisa Kudrow is finally talking about it. What she's revealed about the Friends writers' room is shocking, uncomfortable, and long overdue. Lisa Kudrow sat down with the Times of London for an interview published April 23rd, and she did not hold back. The woman who gave us Phoebe Buffay for 10 years described what she called mean stuff going on behind the scenes of the show, and the target was primarily the women. She described what it was like recording in front of a live studio audience of 400 people, and what happened if one of those recordings didn't go perfectly. If an actress stumbled on a line or the joke didn't land the way the writer intended, the reaction in the writer's room was vicious. She described the writers saying things like, "Can't the bitch read? She's not even trying. She messed up my line." That kind of language about women who were working incredibly hard in front of hundreds of people every single week, and then she dropped the bigger bombshell. She said the writers, who were mostly men, would stay up until 3 in the morning working on the show. And during those late nights they were openly discussing their sexual fantasies about Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox, not quietly, not privately, openly, in the writer's room, where other staff members could hear everything. Here's the part of this story that most people don't know, and it's important. What Kudrow is describing wasn't just an open secret among the cast. It actually became a legal case. In 1999, a Friends writer's assistant named Amani Lyle filed a sexual harassment lawsuit against 3 male comedy writers, the network, and the studio. Her claim was exactly what Kudrow just described, that as part of her job she was forced to sit in that writer's room and listen to the male writers openly discuss their sexual fantasies about Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox. The case went all the way to the California Supreme Court, and the court ruled in favor of the defendants. The reasoning: the court acknowledged that the sexual speech did happen. They didn't deny it, but they ruled that none of it was directed at Lyle personally, and that it was a necessary part of the creative process. A necessary part of the creative process. That ruling still sits uncomfortably today. And Lisa Kudrow, speaking about it now, more than 25 years later, gives that case a very different kind of weight. So, how did Lisa Kudrow cope with all of this at the time? Her answer is equal parts pragmatic and heartbreaking. She said her attitude was essentially, "Say what you like about me behind my back, because then it doesn't matter." She accepted the cruelty as the price of the work getting done. She acknowledged that these men were genuinely working incredibly hard, up until 3 in the morning, trying to produce one of the most demanding shows on television. But she drew a clear line between understanding the pressure they were under and excusing how they treated the women around them, and those experiences didn't just stay buried. They fueled something. Kudrow channeled everything she witnessed and felt into creating her own TV series, The Comeback, with writer and director Michael Patrick King, who brought his own experience from the Sex and the City writers' room to the table. Together they built a show specifically designed to explore the dark side of the entertainment industry. King put it bluntly in a 2019 interview. TV writers perceived any woman over 40 as not attractive. He called it DNA that lived in many writers' rooms. Male energy and sophomoric madness happening when people were trapped trying to make a series. The Comeback was their answer to all of it. And the writer's room wasn't the only place Kudrow felt invisible. Earlier this month, she told The Independent that she felt completely ignored during her time on Friends, not just by the writers, but by her own talent agency. She remembered that certain parts of her agency simply referred to her as the sixth friend. Not Lisa Kudrow, not Phoebe, the sixth one. There was no vision for her career, no expectations, no plan. The attitude she described hearing was essentially, "Boy, is she lucky she got on that show." As if her entire worth began and ended with being cast in one role, but here's the twist, she's reframed that now. Because that lack of attention and expectation actually gave her freedom. Nobody was watching closely enough to tell her what she couldn't do. So she went and did everything. A 1996 drama, a 1997 indie, a 1999 comedy opposite Robert De Niro. She built a genuinely diverse career precisely because nobody cared enough to put her in a box. Today, Lisa Kudrow is in a completely different position. The Comeback, the show she created specifically to process and expose everything she experienced, is currently airing its third and final season on HBO, with new episodes every Sunday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. It streams on HBO Max, and Friends itself continues to reach new audiences, first on Netflix from 2015 and now streaming on HBO Max. Introducing the show to viewers who weren't even born when it originally aired, the show that treated its female stars so poorly behind the scenes has outlasted almost everything from its era. And the woman who was called the sixth friend is now one of the most respected voices in television, not just as an actress but as a writer, creator, and producer. Lisa Kudrow spent 10 years making people laugh while navigating a writer's room that treated women as either objects or obstacles. The fact that she came out the other side with her dignity intact, her creativity flourishing, and the courage to finally tell the truth, that says everything. If this story opened your eyes, hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe for more deep dives just like this one. See you in the next video.